Power up the console lights. Press start, we're in for a ride. Ghosts in the shadows glide. Gamers unite side by side. Feel the force, let it flow. Fight the battles, feel the glow. Virtual world, watch it grow. In this realm, we're the show. XBL, the gaming high. Ready player, come alive. Action, BMG, they dive. We play game, we thrive. Clone the cows, Fabio leads. In this game, we plant the seeds. No need for speed or deeds. Virtual life, all it needs. KY bomb creating waves. In this world that we crave. From first light to the grave. Save the realm, we all save. XBL, the gaming high. Ready player, come alive. Action, BMG, they dive. We play game, we thrive. Fabio leads. In this game we plant the seeds. No need for speed or deeds. Virtual life, all it needs. Hey, wipe off creating waves. In this world that we crave. From first light to the grave. Save the realm, we all save. XBL, the gaming high. Ready player, come alive. Action, BMG, they dive. We play game, we thrive.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 157 of the XBL Party Podcast. I am your host this evening, BMG, and I am also joined by the one, the only, the Italian stallion, Fabio. Good evening, sir. How are you?
What the fuck was that, Bob? God damn.
I just slammed an entire beer to start the show. Let's go. Woo!
That's it.
Are you okay there, bud? Jesus, I have no beer here with me now. God damn. Is this Whistle with Wise now? God damn. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm here. Always glad to be. And yeah, not too much happening. Just a lot of work, but here we go. Let's do this.
How's the clone cowing? How's the cow cloning going? Even
I find it unbelievable how you just don't get to understand what my job actually. Like, I explained to you in detail what I end up doing, and you just interpreted that as like, yes, you are cloning cows, right? Yeah, like, for fuck's sake.
Is that not what you did? I thought you said you clone cows.
I never said that I cloned cows, god damn it.
Well, who clones cows? What do you do then? Go on, Fabio, explain to us and the audience of lesser intelligence, especially me, what do you do for a job?
I'm a chemist.
Same as my wife.
I'm a chemist. I work at a laboratory, but different from the usual laboratories. My laboratory only has computers. Why? Because we use softwares and quantum theory to simulate what happens in real life in terms of reactions, in terms of like molecule interactions, or anything related to their electronic structure. That's what I do.
So that's cloning cows.
Of course. I mean, I did manage to get free of your wife, but yeah, fair enough.
Again.
Once again, as always, like I have
as always.
I have hundreds of them.
The 100, just like all kept in the closet.
Already, I'm just come on.
My wife's a forensic chemist. She works for the FBI.
Oh, do you get to wear the jacket in the bedroom?
I do.
Oh,
So,
damn!
Okay, so basically what you just told the BMG and what he's going to understand from it is that your wife clones cows for the FBI. That's basically it, right?
No, she
Yeah.
doesn't clone cows. She forensically dusts them.
She got her master's in chemistry and went into law enforcement. People don't believe me when I say that if you piss me off, they'll never find you, and they actually won't.
No, I do believe in you, and I have much respect for your wife, and like I'm really surprised that like she has the same graduation as me. Honestly, that was
I have a master's too, but mine's in electronic engineering and computer science.
No, but like another coincidence, my father is graduated in electric engineering. So yeah, god damn it.
Wow, it sounds like you're related.
No, we aren't.
Yeah, little bit.
No,
That's
no,
cool
no.
though.
Come
I
on,
gotta
Bob.
get all
Shut the fuck up.
centered up here.
Okay, what's going on with Shadow Mouse, please? Why is it all
He's electrocuted himself. I think.
Is
Hang on,
it?
what's that? Can you hear that?
There we go. Yeah.
No, I can't hear anything.
Can you hear? Can you not hear it?
He showed up.
Wow. Thanks, BMG.
Like that's just how you sum him up. Like he's like a muppet. Like
And we are also joined this evening by the original creator of the sliding KY jelly, KY Bob, host of Game Set Live. Good evening, sir.
Host of a dying, spinning its tires in the mud podcast.
That I've not been invited to yet. That makes sense. Fabio just says. Fabio
just not special enough.
I mean, should we invite you? Honestly,
It would be 1 a.m. your time.
I think we'll find a day and we'll make it work because my work sort of changed wise. So
honestly,
we could probably make it work 1 week.
Honestly, you are not going to be able to talk at all. If you don't like people talking over each other, you're not gonna enjoy that because like Bob just gets crazy with that shit. Like
I gotta put an end to that. I think that's why not a lot of people listen to us anymore because it's chaos. There's no structure.
As if we cared.
Hey, shout out to Nicole in the chat.
Yo,
Right
Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki.
Yo, Fimber.
If you actually look in your Discord, in the general chat, you'll see that it was announced there earlier today. If you'd also seen on Twitter/X, you would have seen that we put it there as well. So it's not our fault that you didn't see it. It's your fault because you can't read. The chat.
Because you didn't teach her.
Why would I teach her?
Okay. Over there. Okay, I have to respond.
You guys are family. You are supposed.
I got to
teach.
respond to what Nicola said in the chat.
Nicole.
Where you're from, right? Where you're from, it's Nicola or
I don't know.
Nicola or whatever.
Nicola.
In the US, it's Nicole. So we don't say it that way. No disrespect.
She's Northern Irish, so it's like a whole different language and thing. It's crazy.
You know that makes sense because you know the Ricola commercials with the guys on top of the mountain going Ricola.
Yeah,
Nicola makes total
Just
sense.
to say a name.
She
You
does
have to say
prefer
a name in an Italian accent.
Yeah, no, she prefers it as Nick Cola. She likes like Nick Dash Cola.
Oh yeah, they're soon enough. We are soon enough going to be calling her Nick Pepsi. So yeah, that's basically how we are going to be following that.
But I'm sorry I threw everything off the rails. I'm doing great. Got a little bad news a couple days ago. We're crossing our fingers and we're saying our prayers. The wife could be sick. She could have the big C.
Oh my God! Oh mate, I'm so sorry to
we
hear
have to wait for tests in the next 7 to 8 days. So things have been really. No, I'm not playing. I wish I was, brother.
No, you shouldn't be doing it. God damn it.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Bob. I'm so sorry. I hope.
Yeah, that's why we didn't have an episode of Game Set live this past week, because I really needed to tend to the family and whatnot. So soon after the news, it's not definite yet. We still have tests to do. Hopefully, it's nothing. But other than that, I have been getting in some time on going back to one of my favorites, Days Gone. I love that game. I can't wait till the remaster comes out. Sad it's never probably going to see a sequel. But that and Space Marine and a little bit of Age of Mythology.
Yeah. How does he play? How does Age of Mythology play? I got. But let's just introduce Shadow, and then we'll come back to you for what we're playing. We're also joined by the Sweaty Gamer. Sweaty Gamer. Yeah. He does reviews, streams, and attacks homeless people, I believe. Shadow Ball. Good evening, sir.
That's the only way he gets views on the videos. Like, he attacks people, so like, hey, you, come watch me, god damn it.
Yeah, beating the homeless, setting them on fire. Of course he gets views. I'm kidding, really.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, mate. I'm good, yeah. I've just been playing a few, like the new Frostpunk 2. Doesn't really play that well, but they're figuring it out. We played a lot of Rocket League as well.
Well, I'm assuming we're jumping into what we're playing then. We wasn't going there. I was just introducing everyone. Carry on, Shadow. Carry on then. And then I'll come back to Bob.
And then it's the usual 7 days to die.
So it's Frostpunk 2. That's PC only, isn't it? It's not console yet.
I'm not sure, actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's PC only. It's not doing so well, I believe. It's actually that game's it's a good game, but it's sales-wise, it's done bad. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a shame. So, Bob, you say you're playing Age of Mythology, bit of that.
Yes.
How does that play on console? Because I've not come across a strategy game yet that's played well on console.
Halo Wars. Just go play
Halo Wars. So Halo Wars, the team, when they did Halo Wars and Halo Wars 2, the team got together with the makers of Age of Empires, and they did such a good job on the control scheme that if you had not known that the game was officially on PC first, talking about Age of Empires, when Age of Empires 4 hit Xbox and Age of Empires 2, the definitive edition, hit Xbox, the controls are so good on gamepad, you would not know that the game was originally a PC game. You would think that it was made for the console. It's done so well. And that same control scheme, the same snap wheel that comes up that you navigate with your analog stick and they select what you want. Age of Mythology works exactly the same way that Halo Wars worked, Halo Wars 2 worked, Age of Mythology 2, Age of Empires 2, Age of Empires 4, Age of Mythology. They all work. I mean, it's an amazing intuitive setup for gamepad. It really is.
I agree with that. Like, I did play, not this week, but like previously in other weeks when it got released, like I did play Age of Mythology, and like it plays great, honestly. Like the only thing that is going to like make you not enjoy playing Age of Mythology is just if you don't like RTSs and you don't like the dynamic and gameplay of it. That's the only thing that is going to make you stop playing it. If you just can't bear it.
Yeah. If you've never played these games on PC and have just been introduced to them on Game Pass, because you don't have to pay an extra price for them to get them on Game Pass, you would probably think, this is a pretty neat game. I bet this would work really well with mouse and keyboard, which in the past, when you've played RTSs with mouse and keyboard, you've always said, I bet this would not play well on console. Well, the people at Microsoft has flipped the script on that because they have got it down to the T on a gamepad. It's amazing. It really is.
It's basically it's basically like what Xbox managed to do in 2001 when Halo Combat Evolved was released, because at the time, first-person shooters were only considered to be a PC-only game. If you wanted to play a first-person shooter, the only way you are going to be doing that is with a mouse and keyboard. We all know for sure that mouse and keyboard are the best way for you to have precision in first-person shooters. That's a fact. But it became something possible, like for games, for example, Call of Duty, Deus Ex, any first-person shooter that you know nowadays because of what Xbox did in Halo Combat Evolved.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And now RTSs are coming here thanks to Age of Mythology and, of course, Age of Empires, Halo Wars, and like they actually nailed with the controls.
Right, fair enough. Yeah, I've always found like RTSs on console. I've not played Age of Mythology yet. It is on my eventually would be my to-do list. I've got that much of a backlog of games at the moment, but it's something I do want to play because I've always been a Civilization player. I used to play like Civ 5. You know, I would play a minimum of like one game would take me about 8 or 9 hours to play. It's like, I used to honestly. It's the only game I really played on PC apart from Star Wars: The Old Republic. It was just Civ. I love Civ. I've seen the reveal stuff today. Is Civ 7. I'm going to be all over that, and it's launching console, so I'll probably pick it up console instead of PC because my PC is held together by potato and dust. So I don't put anything through its paces because it would probably explode. It barely runs some podcast.
I'll send you some real American duct tape to hold it together. It'll be an upgrade.
It would. It really would.
Goddamn, what happened with your mic there?
Mine?
Am I the only one getting static?
I heard it as well. A little bit.
I heard it too.
It bad though.
Hopefully is that all right now? Sound good?
No,
it sounds worse.
No.
Right. I'm going to have to unplug my mic and plug it back in. Fabio, tell everyone what you played. I'll be back in a second.
Fair enough. Well, I've been playing some nothing new, honestly. Of course, Tekken 8, ranked and story mode. I've been playing some Halo Infinite multiplayer, which Halo apparently it is one of the main topics that we are going to be discussing here for Bob's Nightmare, that he very, very well knows how I am when it comes to Halo from the Game Set Live episodes.
Get ready for a 3-hour episode because we won't be able to get him to shut up.
You motherfucker. And other than that, yeah, I've been playing some. I came back to play some Baldur's Gate 3 to continue my adventure there. And I do intend to play some Starfield because the DLC Shattered Space is there. It's already available and I haven't tested out. So has anyone tested out BMG? What have you been playing?
Do I sound better now?
Yes,
yes,
you do.
there we go.
Sound lovely.
Sometimes I've just got to unplug and plug the mic back in, and I'll rub it on. That's it. Funny enough, I jumped into Starfield, and I thought I'll start the DLC. You know, I'll give the expansion a go. We'll see what it goes. And I'm thinking, where is it? Can't find it. There's nothing guiding me there. I've not got someone running up to me or out from a terminal. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Didn't realise that you have to it doesn't automatically install. You have to go into your game add-ons and install Shattered Space.
Mm-hmm.
So I've installed it, but I haven't played it yet. But I have been playing another game that released on Tuesday called Predator Hunting Grounds. And what a sweet, sweet ass game. It reminds me of 80s action.
Are you managing to get people to play that game? Because
it's cross-platform with PC, PlayStation, Xbox, so it's cross-platform. Everyone's playing.
No, it's just because
I'm not having trouble getting a game.
No, it's just because like at the original release of the game, for what I heard, like almost no one was playing the game. Like it was pretty hard for you to find matches when it was only available on PlayStation and PC.
Yeah, but no, there's a fair few players in now. I've not struggled getting a game.
Nice,
looks beautiful, runs well.
awesome.
I tried both the Predator. The Predator's the fun. The Marine's okay. The Marine, the idea is if you're one of the Marines, you're in a team of 4, and you've got like set missions to do. The idea is you've got to get to the chopper. But before you get to the chopper, you've got a number of missions to do. So there's like NPC enemies you've got to kill, collect intel and stuff like that, and make your way to the chopper. But while you're doing that, you're being hunted by the Predator, whose mission is to kill everyone. And it's so much fun. So much fun, that dynamic.
Answering to Fimber's comments, like Fimber, I think it is most compared to Friday the 13th. Not Dead by Daylight, but like it has the same mechanic of like one player is the enemy, the other players are trying to kill it or survive, and yes, that's what you do.
Well, the difference is the idea is as the Marines, your mission's not you're not meant to kill the Predator. You're not meant to go after the Predator. The Predator's hunting you, and you fend it off or kill it if you can. But the idea is you're trying to do these military missions and all escape. Even if one of you's escape, the mission is a win for the Marines. Whereas the Predator, she is there to stalk you, hunt you, kill you. But it's gruesome. It's really, really bloody. Like when you get the trophy, when you kill someone, you're ripping out the spine and the skull through the body, and it's gory, but it looks beautiful. Runs really smooth, runs at a crisp 60 frames, nice and smooth, plays well. You've got all the classic Predator, the heat vision, the sound, the cloak, and obviously you've got cooldowns on, but you can upgrade stuff. You've got an upgrade system, so you can do more damage, take more damage, better weapons, better camouflage. It's like if you're a Marine, you can get covered in mud and the Predator can't see you when using the heat vision because you're covered like Arnold Schwarzenegger was. But I thought it would be, because they just recently released Killer Clowns, which was in the UK, $33.49. Predator Hunting Grounds here is just for the base game, and you get one skin extra with it, £16.49. It's a steal, absolute steal. So I highly recommend it if you like them type of games, your 4v1 type games, 5v1, and it's highly recommend it. But now I want an alien game. I want on a ship, you've got so many crew, and you've got someone going around as the alien. That would be awesome, absolute awesome. But other than that,
I just forgot like to mention that I played also Call of Duty yesterday with BMG and Ash. We had a pretty fun time where motherfucking BMG just don't stop throwing the goddamn smoke. Every time he's like, okay, I can't see shit. What's going on? Like Ash is like, who the fuck is throwing the smoke? Who is the asshole who keeps doing that? I'm like, are you actually questioning that? And like, there's BMG laughing in the background because we are discussing.
He's making up for his hair loss.
It's
like
great.
Like I don't know the name of the maps on Modern Warfare 3, the new one, but like, that really short map where it's like a house, garden, trailers all around like that really short map? That motherfucker decided to throw the smoke grenades on that map, like, so the entire thing was just covered. And like both enemies and allies were just completely blind. He just destroyed the entire match. God damn.
It just throws everyone into chaos. It's fun. It's so much fun. I love it. I enjoy it. I like my smoke. My little drones come in and they just drop 3 big smoke bombs right across the map, and no fucker can see anything. It's great. It's fun. I love it. But yeah, we played some Call of Duty. We've got. In fact, I noticed yesterday with Call of Duty, you can install if you've got the Vault Edition of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. If you're on Game Pass, you can pick it up for $30, £30, and you get a load of add-ons and extras, which you can now install. So you can install them. They're not available now, but you can have them installed, ready to go when the game launches on October 25th. In the UK, it's about 6 p.m. in the evening. I think that the game actually goes live. So, but installed, ready to go when it does drop. But one of the characters I got because I got the Vault Edition, so I got a load of COD points, plus the COD points that I've unlocked through the Battle Pass. I bought Santa Claus as one of my operators, Undead Santa Claus, and it's a really cool skin, really cool. But
no, it looks awesome. Not gonna lie,
it's
looks
really good.
He's not lying that.
No, it's really good. But yeah, other than that, not been playing much else. I need to start Cyberpunk. I keep saying I'm going to start Cyberpunk, and something else comes up, and I get distracted by it. So I will get around to it one day. I do want to do the game. It's just you hear nothing but good stuff about it, and it's like obviously it's received its last patch. The game's fully done now. There's no more being added to it. So I just need to really jump in and play, but we'll come to that. Anyway, let's move on. We've had introductions. We've talked about what we've been playing. Let's talk about the news and thing that's come out today. As it says in the title, Halo Battle Royale details have been leaked, and I picked this one especially for Fabio because I know Halo is close to his heart. And this was a big blow to Fabio, and he's never fully recovered since.
What?
See, it's affected him that much, he can't even remember.
It takes them a while in Brazil. They're a little slow.
Oh, yeah, he hasn't got Twitter anymore.
Sad the fucking bastard from Kentucky who decided who fucking cheers for the Cleveland Browns. You motherfucker.
Hey, we still got Twitter.
Yeah.
We still have everything, actually, freedom of speech, bro.
Public health. Where is it then? You good? Free public health. You happy there? Awesome. So yeah.
How long do you wait on things with your free public health? Because I get things right away with my insurance.
I don't know. I never had to use it. Thank God.
I'm sorry. I digress the entire podcast. Go ahead.
It's all good.
We're all discussing politics. Brazil versus United States here. Everybody.
As our Prime Minister said, there was a press conference a few days ago where there's some hostages being captured with the stuff that's going on in Israel. And what did our Prime Minister said? He stood up on stage and went, "I applaud you to release the sausages." Not hostages, sausages. Release the sausages. And it's like, what? And you just saw his face and he was like, hostages. But that was it then. The memes have just popped up everywhere. Release the sausages.
What a bright spark.
Yeah. And he's the leader of our country. That's just insane. Absolutely insane. Anyway.
I mean, I can't say shit. Like, our leaders just decided to block Twitter. So, yeah. But we are still having bad apps here all the time. So, for fuck's sake. Well, anyway. Halo.
At least you're a leader in the milk industry.
You mother.
Well, let me do the article first, or are you going to read it? Are you going to do it?
I'm not going to read it anything like because BMJ, I'm sorry, everybody sleeps when you are reading the article. Everybody sleeps when you decide to get 15 minutes from the podcast to read an article in its entirety, okay?
But we love it. We love to hear things read where the sound of the T and the sound of the D are left out. Like when he says, we love that.
Predator.
Predator.
Water.
He's a predator.
Predator.
Come on.
Well,
you say it quite wrong with BMG.
right. Project Tanker, the Halo Battle Royale was cancelled in 2023, and the reason they cancelled it is because they wanted to concentrate on their mainline Halo game. Just trying
Two
to.
reasons. Actually, 3 reasons. Actually, because first of all, of course, they decided to shift their focus into working on the brand new game, and hence they stopped doing seasons and they are just doing like monthly operations. Every time you are getting an operation, every time you are getting a new 20 tier battle pass for you to unlock just by playing the game. You don't need to like do any crazy stuff in terms of challenges for it. The second reason was because the sleep space engine is hard as hell for you to learn how to do it. And like apparently nobody in 343 Industries knows how to proper do big brand new content with that engine. And by the way, they are the ones who developed the engine. That engine is their own thing. And they don't fucking know how to work with it, apparently, because it's so goddamn hard. The
Hey,
fourth.
Do you want to know what the game was about?
What?
Wow, there's a video online in the article where it actually shows the game was being play tested weekly by 343 Industries, which is where many of these different players would drop into the map on the Zeta Halo ring made up of multiple fragments, and they would get through in an ODST style drop pod system. As players explored the map, they'd pick up power items, equipment shields, all while completing mini objectives. As the game unraveled, pelicans would fly over and drop off vehicles, warthogs, mongooses, falcons, that alike.
The game was about the Battle Royale was actually going to be like one of, if not like the main mode of the multiplayer narrative of the game that they were trying to build with an idea from Joe Staten before he got fired and all the layoffs. And yes, the layoffs from 343 were one of the issues that made the mode be cancelled as well. And the original concept of the idea was to be a PvE VP mode. You know that I don't think the name is Warzone from Halo 5. You know that big multiplayer mode that Halo 5 had, which had like PvE elements, but you were playing PvP. That was basically but like in a battle royale set. And yes, there were going to be brand new vehicles. There were going to be like different biomes, deserts, forests, snow, swamps, like things that people have been asking about for Halo Infinite to be added because the game did not get released with that. But honestly, I don't think that the Battle Royale being cancelled is such a big hit on it. I don't think it's such a like, oh, this is so terrible news. I'm so disappointed. Halo is never going to be coming back. No, because if we remember how Halo Infinite got released, great gameplay, good campaign, nice graphics, nice music, fucking no content whatsoever on the multiplayer for you to play at all. And what was their main focus? Let's fix this shit. Let's put more and more content. And I'm glad that they decided to go with that path instead of like, let's focus on just doing a battle royale because that's what the kids are into now and are just are going to be playing that. So yeah, honestly, yeah, sad that a lot of work has been thrown away or is going to be used in future iterations, but I don't think it's such bad news, honestly.
Is it so? I suppose maybe they could use what they've got, this battle royale, in the next mainline Halo. So like you got the Call of Duty, you got the campaign, you got the multiplayer, you've got Warzone. Maybe they they'll
And
do
zombies.
that same sort of thing. Yeah, and zombies, but they could do the same sort of thing. You could have the main campaign is going to be Halo, your multiplayer, and what would be your battle royale. You could have it all under one hub, like Call of Duty does.
Yeah,
do it
yeah,
that
like
way.
More time to develop it as well.
It
Yeah,
could be
like-
smaller, like a smaller project. Doesn't have to be as big as a standalone game.
yeah, like I think they could do stuff like that. Like let's do, instead of like a main Halo game with a battle royale mode, let's do a smaller thing which is just going to be multiplayer. And by the way, Nikki, this is the first topic. We are not we are not yapping. And
Bit slow.
like Irish man. I think it would be interesting, but the thing that is going to be a problem for them in terms of like, let's put this on the brand new game, is that they are not able to, I don't think they're going to be able to like, let's reuse it what we already done it for Halo Infinite and just put it on the new game. Because in theory, 343 is going to be using the Unreal Engine for the next Halo game. They are not going to be using the Sleep Space engine anymore. They are not going to be using any other previous Halo engine at all. They're going with Unreal this time because it is easier to work with in theory, like, because a lot of fucking people just don't know how to properly use Unreal Engine 5 apparently these days. But like, it is easier to find people that knows how to do it. You don't need to train for people on how to learn for such a long time as they were doing with the Sleep Space. So yeah, I think that they're going to they will have to restart everything if they decide to bring it
at
back.
least if they're using Unreal Engine for the next Halo game, at least we'll have better technologies like
In
Nanite.
theory, we don't know if that's actually confirmed.
If
but
they
I
are,
think it is.
if they are, then they'll get better technologies like the Nanite.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Better lighting engine and stuff like that, you know, and better graphics.
So but didn't they say they were switching engines? Didn't the reports come out that they was going to be switching to Unreal? It's confirmed.
Yeah, but was it confirmed? By who?
I can't remember.
Who confirmed?
I can't
Which
remember
people-
what. Was it Tom Henderson? Tom Henderson? Oh no, Jez Corden. It was Jez Corden that was saying that they were
that's
switching.
Yeah, like that still
the
doesn't
next
confirm it. That still doesn't confirm it. It's just when it gets actually announced by the studio that it is confirmed. It's not Tom Henderson that decides what's confirmed. It's not Jez Corden. If Jez Corden, I'm not saying that Jez Corden is not a reliable source. I'm not saying that Tom Henderson is not a reliable source. I'm just saying that it's still a maybe until the studio or the company actually announces it. Because like you take, for example, Jez Corden saying previously at the beginning of the year that for people that are saying that Xbox games are coming to PlayStation, you are just dreaming. And then bam, Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush, Grounded and Pentiment came to PlayStation. Well, he was wrong there. And like, he wasn't joking before when he said that, yeah, it's not coming to PlayStation. It makes no sense for it to come, and ended up coming. So
what state are we in with 343 at the moment? Because obviously they had a big leadership change. They had a lot of job cuts and changes on the executive level. Are they in a position now where they can make a good Halo game?
no, what do you mean they can make a good Halo game? They can
But
make
not so. Yeah, Halo. To be
in a
fair,
complete
Infinite's good.
state,
More
for
complete,
sure.
more complete,
In a complete
more content.
state.
Yeah.
Yes, honestly, I think they do. I honestly think they do have the talent. I do think they have enough people to work on it. It's just, of course, gonna take a longer time. And like, let's be honest, sadly, with modern gaming, that's what everybody's doing. Like, you don't have that many developers as in Larian Studios who deliver such a great complete game as Baldur's Gate 3. And like, even the developers at the time were saying, everybody please this is an anomaly. Don't say this is a standard. It just doesn't happen like that. And like it's sad, but I think that there is the talent, there is the resources. Of course, we're talking about Microsoft, but times have changed, and everybody's way more acceptable. In theory, is way more acceptable, or just way more expecting for a game to be released and be receiving post content throughout the years or months to become complete.
Yeah, I would. If I was like 343 Industries, it's as they're doing at the moment. Stay dark. Don't announce anything. Give it, even
Agreed.
if it's another 5 years. Don't announce anything. Don't show anything. Get the game done. Get the game content complete. Have this roadmap ready and have a load of content ready to go. So every 3 months you're getting a new drop, or every 4 months, every quarter you're getting this big update, this big update, this big update. Instead of like, yeah, we got the multiplayer. The multiplayer was fun. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy the multiplayer.
But I had no
But it was the
content.
content. It was the content. There was nothing there.
It
We
was
all played the beta.
The issue was the live service game that they were proposing, which they said that it would last for 10 years. And like at the end of the day, they released the game and they had no idea how to do a live service from it. Nowadays, of course, Halo Infinite is in a much better state and like they know how to do the live service properly right now. But like at the time, it was just okay, here's quick play, here's ranked, and yay, there we go. Okay, so where's Slayer? Where's the Slayer playlist? Where's the Capture the Flag playlist? Where's this and that? Why? Because that was their idea for the goddamn live service. It was about let's get the modes that you had previously separately and just add it in a few with each season. And like the idea of like, yeah, we are going to be making 6 month seasons, like that just doesn't work.
No,
It doesn't work whatsoever.
Too
Like
long.
I love playing Halo Infinite. I love to play Season 1. I enjoyed getting the contents and unlockables from Season 2. But I gotta say, Season 2 was a short to fucking play because, like, there wasn't anything exciting. It was just, yay, here's the update. I played the first week. I played like 3 weeks of it. And then, okay, it's the same thing now for 6 months. But nowadays,
Yeah.
of course, the game is in a much better state. You should go play it. You are going to find matches. Like, it is really fun. If Muppet was here, he was going to every time be spamming Huskerade, Huskerade, Huskerade for me every time right now.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Bob,
yeah.
what do you think of it? Like,
Hang on,
any opinions on it?
just before we come to Bob, where, and this is going to go to everyone, so this is to all the panel, but Fabio, you go first. How with the way the story ended in Infinite and all the other the DLC expansions were all cut, where they're going to pivot story wise, where they're going to go, the way that ended, do they carry on Zeta Halo, keep going with the story, but it's a new game, or do they go in a completely different direction? How are they going to pivot the story with the way you left it?
I think they are going to be continuing to go with Zeta Halo, honestly, because like the idea of Halo Infinite is to let's carry out what we did with the story of Halo 5 Guardians, which almost nobody liked, but let's
I
do
liked
it
it.
in a way, but like no, yeah, that's why I said almost everyone, not like everyone didn't like.
I'm
but,
the
like,
only one.
no, like I did enjoy the campaign, but I know that like in theory it's a nice idea. Cortana being a villain and coming back from the dead from Halo 4 and becoming a villain reborn from Halo 5. I think that's really neat. But like the execution wasn't great. But anyways, the campaign was fun, and I think they are going to be continuing that from the next game, but like I don't think they are going to let's change it everything once again. Why? Because Halo Infinite is trying to continue the story from Halo 5, but in a way that feels more like a reboot.
I think it's a bad
Because
move.
like because like you don't see Spartan Lock, you don't see the Arbiter, you don't see any guardians from Halo 5. You don't like it is a game mostly about continuing the story, but feeling more like Halo Combat Evolved, making you feel like there's even huge references to like Combat Evolved at the end of the campaign. Like it's really, really awesome for everyone that played Combat Evolved at the time to feel nostalgic during that specific cutscene, there, which I don't want to spoil. But like, I think they are going to be continuing the story on Zeta Halo. Like, I don't think it makes any sense for them to say like, we finished the fight, and then out of nowhere, oh my god, there's another Halo there. I'm going there. Fuck Zeta Halo. That's
true. I understand that, but it's like with all the bad press with Halo, with the negativity around Halo Infinite, wouldn't they want to get away from that and move away from that and do something different? What about a Halo reboot? Why not reboot the series?
Because that means you are going to be completely forgetting what the neglecting Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach,
or
like
a prequel.
You already have it, Halo Reach. There we go.
No, with the Spartan side of it, not just the.
What I was thinking they should do really is instead of trying to continue the current story, I think they should go back to when the war first started and kind of go into more detail with that, rather than, like I say, trying to continue adding on, like making Cortana a villain and things like that. I think they should go right back to the beginning about how the Spartans were first created, about, why there's such a big war with, humans versus Covenant. I think they should go right back to basics and explain the story of how, like the Spartans came to be and that sort of thing.
If there's one thing that a lot of people actually want from Halo, is that they do something like Warhammer 20k, 40k, whatever the fuck K they are using right now. Like, but why they want something like that? Because it's more studios working on the IP, and you are expanding more and more of that universe. Sure, some games are better than others from the Wark or from the Warhammer series, of course, but like people have been asking a lot from like, let's make a Halo ODST 2, let's make a survival horror game about Halo and the Flood, or like let's do a game just like Helldivers 2, which was actually pitched by a developer from 343 or Bungie at the time and was just rejected. But like Bob is way too quiet. Come on, Bob.
Yeah, go on, Bob.
What do you think about all the situation?
Shit, I think at this point I'm being more noisy than Bob is.
Yeah, but we haven't got 20 questions yet.
It's all about content. We've seen that with so many games. One of my favorite games from last generation was Anthem. I loved Anthem. I had a lot of fun playing Anthem with friends. Had the best flying mechanics that I had ever experienced.
Iron Man Simulator.
Yeah. But it had no content. I mean, it didn't even finish the story that you were on to begin with. It was just, all they had to do was have content lined up, and it was, dude, it had you. It just, and Halo is they felt they had the same problem because what you got with Halo was undercooked, multiplayer wise, for months. You kept hearing you're getting it, it's coming, and then we didn't get it, and then we did get a little bit here and a little bit there, and remember we finally got co-op campaign, and that was cool, and then we finally started getting what do you call it, playlists. We finally started getting playlists with certain different modes. We didn't see what they didn't call it SWAT. They called it something else because of, you can't call it SWAT. Police bad.
Ethic.
I don't.
That's Coast Layer. They decided to call.
Yeah, I know. It's just, yeah. I mean, it just that's what it comes down to in the end is content. And I'm sorry to hear that the concept was scrapped, because if anything could have done it, I thought Halo would have had a really good, because Halo is unique, and the battle that pursues in Halo multiplayer. You got your CODs and you've got your Apex Legends, and Halo is just Halo. You don't have upgrades for weapons. You've got certain weapons and they spawn certain places on the map, and you have choke points, and it's feast or famine. I mean, you have really tight matches, you have blowouts where you're on one side of it or you're not on the other side of it. You don't want to be on the other side, because in the lobby after the match, you're going, yeah, I think those guys have played together a few times. We got our asses completely whooped on that one. But yeah, sad to hear it. I thought Halo would have been a perfect candidate to do a battle royale. But
do you think it'll be in the next game? Be like like Call of Duty, part of another mode to play?
that's a real possibility, especially that I think Slipspace had a lot to do with that issue this time. And with Unreal. Now Unreal, especially when you start talking about 60 frames, when you start talking about good frame rate, Unreal Engine 5 has its issues on consoles, because Unreal Engine 5 is a resource hog. I mean, it uses a lot of resources, and we know that you have a finite amount on a console. So, we'll see.
I think it's amazing how Unreal Engine 5, we saw that demo from a PlayStation conference, that demo of the girl running to a sand temple or something like that. It looked good. It looked really good. But for what we've been seeing nowadays, now that we got Unreal Engine 5, that we have many games from Unreal Engine 5, and it doesn't matter the console that you are having. I believe that Unreal Engine 5 is an engine mostly about visuals, and they just decided to give a crap about the performance. Because how many times have we been seeing that this game looks great running at 40 FPS? You want for it to run at 60? It's not gonna look as good. So of course you do have some anomalies from it. For example, Tekken 8, it runs at 6 FPS Unreal Engine 5, but would it look as good as Hellblade 2? Of course not. It's a fighting game, and they want for it to be at 6 FPS. How the fuck are they going to be able to do that on a console? So I think we have an issue here where developers are having trouble, or just can be asked to take more time into learning these tools. Unreal Engine 5 was developed with the visuals in mind and not performance. And yeah, I'm starting to think, yes, this generation is a scam. This generation should be considered as the generation that never happened. Because to this day, we are getting games that are being still released on the Xbox One.
But you've got to look at the not so much the game side of it, but you've got to look at the other stuff that this generation's bought on the Xbox side. Quick Resume. Quick Resume is probably one of the best things that this generation's brought, because you can literally have multiple games running. I think you can have up to 5-6 games running. Your console you could unplug your console. You could leave it off for a month, 6 months, a year.
And it's going to be there as X points.
Yeah, that is probably one of the best features of the Series S and X, is that you can have multiple games open, whether your console lose power or not, whether you've unplugged it, packed it away, come back to it months later. Your game is there from the last point where you paused it, ready to jump in. I think that's a revolutionary jump on the
it's
console
huge.
side.
It's huge, but like unless if it is
and
online.
the SSD. Yeah, but the online game is going to be different because it requires live service. But then type of games.
I'm not trying to like downgrade the thing. I'm just like saying that like it's amazing. It is an actual huge deal in my opinion as well.
Game wise, I know where you're coming from.
But like when it comes to game wise, in terms of like what have the developers, in terms of what these consoles should be capable of, and I'm talking about PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, what these consoles are supposed to do, what they are capable of doing, and when it comes to the amount of tools that were made for these consoles when it came to like the brand new generation, they should be doing way more than what they are doing right now. The developers just cannot be asked to do it. They just don't give a fuck about it, apparently. Or not all of them, of course, but like a lot of them are just like, yeah, let's just get the console optimized for the console that sells the most and then downgrade it or upscale it for the other ones, and fuck it, that's what we're going to be doing here now. Like fuck it, why can't you just use the goddamn tools that you have available?
yeah it's one of them. It's like I say, it's more of, I suppose, the technical side of stuff of what the consoles can do and the features that they've added over what the games are doing, because apart from the 60 frames, you're not really getting a great deal more out of it. Yeah, it's great to have an SSD. It should always be SSD from now on. I hope they never go back to anything else. Quick resume, hope carries on. The way they've done the cloud, the play anywhere, the way they've refined that, how better that works. PlayStation on the Portal side, the game streaming's improved. Their biggest leap is the DualSense over anything else. So it's these little things when they go into the next generation that we should, as Sarah Bond said, it's the biggest technical leap they've ever done, which apparently we're going to see this fall. Whether we see some Game Awards, I don't know, because they like to give Jeff Keighley all the clout, which I understand. I understand people are saying, stop giving stuff to Jeff Keighley. He's a PlayStation shill. He's on the blue side. But Game Awards has everyone's eyes on it. You just do an Xbox show, you're only going to get Xbox people tuning into it. Game Awards worldwide.
Go on, Bob, please.
And let's not forget what happened when the Series X was announced at the Game Awards.
Oh, yeah,
Jeff Keighley didn't even know about that. During rehearsal, Phil Spencer did a Game Pass announcement during the rehearsal. So Jeff Keighley didn't even know that reveal was coming.
Yes, and it was a good surprise. It was good. I liked it. I think I preferred that than just something being announced at a showcase. I liked it where it's a surprise because, in an Xbox show, you're thinking, we're going to see hardware? Are we going to see just games? But then when it's like something like Game Awards and they just drop something in there in the middle of the show, it's like, whoa. And it was good. I still think it's the best looking console ever made.
It is
like Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. It is the best looking console. I love it. I love it.
Like it is basically what everyone is expecting from these companies on the Super Bowl. Oh, but goddamn, like the commissioner from the NFL, Roger Goodell, he's an asshole. I don't know if he actually is. Like, I'm just speculating that someone thinks like that. But
allegedly an asshole.
But who cares? Everyone was watching the Super Bowl. Why wouldn't you put an announcement during it? Okay, BMG decided to just say fuck it.
No, sorry, Alexa just started playing country music, and I don't know why. just started talking, started saying, and played country music. I don't know why. But yeah, so while we're still, just before we move off the Halo stuff, Shadow Moles for a prequel to Halo, Fabio's for staying on Zeta. Where do you fall, Bob? Where does the story go? How do they pivot from where they are and the way Halo Infinite ended? Where do they go from there?
That is a tough question.
What would you like to see? Where would you like to see Halo go from here?
Well, I want to see the return of the Flood. The Flood has to come back. The best Halo games had the Flood in it. What that they could actually revolve a Halo game around the Flood. I mean, eradicating the Flood, and I would be down with that. I don't really.
Do you think it'd be like what Call of Duty did with zombies? Do that sort of thing, or
I don't know.
That could be nice.
After I don't want to give any spoilers for anybody who hasn't finished Infinite, that may be listening. But the relationship between Chief and his AI has always been very special.
Yes,
and we definitely need to continue the growth of that relationship. With his new AI, and tried to do that without a spoiler as best.
Well, the game, no, just a warning to everyone: spoilers for Halo Infinite. If you haven't played it by now, then it's tough. Go on, Bob, just go for it.
So we've exited the era of Cortana, and we've got this new one, and I kind of like her. I mean, she's spunky. She's not, the weapon. I'd want to see. I want to see a game that grows that relationship, not necessarily something that continues the story. I mean, we could have a sidetrack from fighting the Covenant and go take out because the Flood came from somewhere. And go take out we found the Flood home world or whatnot, and it would just be one big Halo / Flood zombie, bash them up, and I would be just fine with that. I'm not looking for a story progression here, but I am looking for more of an in-depth character growth, with a new story that kind of catches us off guard,
Mm-hmm.
Let's have fun with Halo. Let's have fun with Halo.
Yeah. There's many ways they could go with the game, different things they could do with it, but I want to see something fresh, new, completely different. Just move away from Halo Infinite, because it's if anything that's going to be connected to Infinite, it's just going to bring negativity to anyone that's reviewing it, anyone that's playing it. I'd rather just see something completely different.
I disagree, because the issue with Halo Infinite was not the story in terms of, or the campaign.
It wasn't finished.
It's still they deliver a good story, right?
Half a story.
Doesn't matter. They managed to deliver it, and it was good. It was a nice campaign. It was
one of the main characters over the last 2 decades died off screen. Come on.
All of them?
I said one of the main characters over the last 2 decades.
Okay. From the 3 first Halo games, who, besides Arbiter, which of course Arbiter is not there and it sucks, but besides Arbiter, who else from the main characters of Halo 1, 2, and 3 died off screen in Halo Infinite? Captain Keyes, he already died in Halo 1. His daughter, she died in Halo 3. Johnson, he dies in Halo 3. So I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, honestly.
They weren't there with you through everything. They were characters in the world, but they weren't your companion. Your companion died off screen in Halo Infinite.
Who died off screen in Halo Infinite? We're going to be giving spoilers. You're talking about Cortana?
Yes, I'm talking about Cortana.
She talks to you at the end of it. She actually talks to you at the end of it. She's not like a message pre-recorded at that scene. She actually says, this is not a pre-recorded message. It's actually me. And then she dies. You see her dying there. for the second time
Yeah.
because she dies in Halo 4.
Yeah. Wasn't good enough for me.
No, I'm with you, Bob. Welcome to Bob and
Spoilers.
Fabio spoiler battle.
Spoiler
You can
bad.
spoil it the best.
We're literally just like saying everything about it.
If I remember rightly from the campaign, and it was a while ago since I played it, and I don't think I was sober when I played any of it. Wasn't there something to do with like time jump? Someone came from the future or the past
What the fuck?
in a pre-credit screen, post-credit screen.
No.
And there was someone that came from time. I'm sure there was. I remember it. I remember seeing it. A guy turned up.
I think you might be talking about Titanfall.
No, not Titanfall. big ugly guy appeared, and then he disappeared again. He got something from the past or the future.
No, there's no time travel in it. You're
Are
talking
you
about
sure?
you're talking about the leader of the banished. Is that what we're trying to say?
The thing right at the end, right after they get the credits and all that rolled, and you see that quick video of that big brute guy that appears.
Yes.
You find out Adrian's not dead?
Yeah, Adrian's not dead. Like, he didn't travel back in time. He just didn't die. That's it.
Yeah, he's believed to be dead, and that's what let what's his name rise to power, because he was going to carry on his legacy. But then you find out at the end of Infinite that Adrian's not actually dead.
So he didn't time travel. Are you sure?
No, he didn't time travel.
There's no time travel.
I'm sure he time traveled.
BMG, you must have been hella drunk when you played it.
Come on.
Quite possibly.
First of all, like, if they decided to do time travel in Halo after what was the story in Halo 5 Guardians, everybody would Halo would have been dead. Like, Microsoft would just drop it. Sadly to Sony, fuck it. Like,
right,
just
BMG, look, I'm pouring one for you, BMG, right now.
Oh, look at this.
Right.
I like this dedication.
Pay
3
attention,
fingers
BMG.
deep, nice and
attention.
neat.
Pay attention, BMG. Bob is going to soon enough be time travel right here in front of our
I'm
eyes.
sure it looked like he time traveled because he came through that pole thing. He did. He came through like a pole thing.
BMG, when we were playing the Master Chief Collection co-op, you, me, Ash, and Muppet, you were not giving a fuck about the story of any of the games. So I bet that you did the same with Halo Infinite, goddammit.
No, so right,
He's a pony. He's a pony. I'm a gamer. I can even my favorite PlayStation franchise of all time died with the PS3, and they need to bring her back. And that is Resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and there's no fucking time travel there, right?
Resistance is good.
I'm sure there's time travel.
For fucking Resistance, game from the PS3 era, you do remember that there's no time travel, but for Halo Infinite, you think it does? God damn
I'm convinced of it. Hang on. Is there
God
time
damn it.
travel?
He's probably thinking of the slip space.
That was the engine.
That's the goddamn engine. You can
what else do you want to call it?
The time travel engine.
Hyper jump?
Probably. Hyper jump.
Next thing you know, it's reflecting off BMG's head. And they're going, oh shit, we're in the future. How the hell did we get here? Oh, the slip face must have bounced off his forehead.
No, actually, they do use the sleep space as a term, I think. For what I remember.
The legendary ending. Legendary ending. 3-day hop at the end could be time travel. 99% certainty it is, but it's not confirmed. There we go. I'm not the only one that thinks there's time travel.
Because you're the asshole who decided to Google saying there is time travel, right?
So I'm asking, is there time travel in Halo Infinite? And it was the first
doesn't.
hit that I got.
It doesn't.
So if I'm not the only one that thinks it, that must mean there must be something to it.
No. What they mean by time travel in Halo Infinite is that it does show you what happens before, after, and during other places other than where you are, so that it sets the story up.
I think you two need to rewatch that post-credit scene. I think you need to rewatch it. It looks like time travel. I'm on the side of time travel.
No, it doesn't.
You're
on the wrong side. You're
gonna watch it. It looks like time travel.
No, it's not time
travel. He comes
through
a portal and he's in a different time, and then he goes back.
What do you mean he goes in a different time? He goes back like he's in the medieval times, and then out of nowhere, whoa, shit, that thing was crazy.
About butt travel. That's what it is.
It's time travel. There's time travel. It's time travel. It's time travel.
The time traveling back to World War II.
Oh my fucking lord! Oh my lord! Like a BMG. Okay, next topic. Come on, like this bitch is not gonna shut the fuck up about it. He's going to be sticking with goddamn time travel. We are going to be sticking with the right opinion here, which is it's not time travel because it makes no fucking sense for it.
It's time travel.
It is a goddamn it.
Well, we'll get more and figure that out. So let's move on from Halo, from the Battle Royale. We went on to completely different things, but that's okay. So what we're on next? Microsoft wants to know some game development.
I'm getting a phone call from a Dr. Emmett Brown. He says that the time travel is just a made-up theory for movies and video games, and that it did not happen in Halo. Thank you, Doc. Goodbye.
Hang on. If it happens in video games, Halo's a video game, so it's time travel. Your doctor confirmed.
I think I'm the one who is going to be selecting the game for 20 questions later, honestly. But I've got a game.
I've got a good game. Yeah. I've already got a game.
I bet it doesn't fucking have time travel in it. Okay, I bet it does.
Yeah. Maybe it's time splitters.
It's fucking time splitters, of course.
So Microsoft wants to know why some game developers aren't on Xbox, and they've opened and redone the Xbox research program, and they are reaching out to developers and publishers to see why they are skipping the Xbox platform, what are the problems they've got with the platform, and what they can do to improve it. Is this a desperate attempt to get everyone on board, or does it actually come down to the games that aren't releasing on Xbox is because PlayStation is the bigger brand? It's got the biggest player base, and they know they're going to sell more over their development costs, etc. Releasing it on the Xbox, they're not going to see a recoup in expenses. Shadow, go on, you go first, because you probably haven't got a clue, so let's just go for it.
No, you're right. I don't.
He just called you ignorant, right?
Shadow, just say yes, and yes. There you go.
Yes.
Let's get this over with.
I don't know.
I'm honestly, I have no idea.
Thanks, Shadow. I'm glad you're here to share your opinion.
Contributions, as always, is invaluable to us.
He's always on points with his contributions. It's just amazing. Especially on 20 questions. Like, he just doesn't shut the fuck up, apparently.
Yeah, getting him to stop is the problem. Fabio, is this Xbox's desperate attempt to try and get people in, or will people not move regardless of the issues because of player base? Where you are on it?
I don't think he's any of it, honestly. Like I don't think it is any of those situations because again, yes, I don't think Xbox is desperate. I think Xbox is just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, we got the platform, we got the resources.
I think Thimber's the one drinking. You read that? Remarshal Robin, shut up.
Fabio, you need to not type when you're talking.
I'm not. God damn it! I'm not fingering you, motherfucker. You motherfucker. Okay, but yeah.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
I don't think it is any desperate attempt. I think it is like Xbox just like, come on, what are you guys doing? Why are you doing that? And yes, there are many moments where the issue comes from Xbox. For example, the Marvel vs. Capcom collection or the Capcom Fighting Collection 2, which had the backwards compatibility issue that thank God was fixed, but like for how long it took for them to manage to find a solution to that, honestly. And when it comes to like the player base, I think that's just complete bullshit, honestly. When it comes to like, we're going to be releasing this game on one console, but not on the other one, because one has more player base than the other one.
Yeah,
That would make
development costs.
Doesn't matter.
Say
That
that.
would
Of course it
it's
does.
it does it makes sense if you are dealing with one console has 60 million users. Fair enough. The other console has 10 million users or like 5,000 users, and that's it. No, you're talking about a base of 60 million users. You're talking about
135 million.
okay, you have more than 80 million then when it comes to putting together the Xbox One then as well. For Xbox sides, are you going to completely just ignore that? It's more money, it's more revenue for the developers. Yeah, but it costs money. Fuck it, you are making the game, you want more money, right?
But it depends what the
why are you
development
going
costs
to
to
ignore it?
transfer it over. What if it's got to cost
No.
more than they're going to make off the other platform?
Why
But you're
would it
making a
cost-
loss. Because it can do. It depending what they have to. It's different architecture. It's different. The whole different system. If it's going to cost you a hell of a lot of money to make that game not just PlayStation and on Xbox, and you're not going to sell enough copies to make back the development cost plus profit, why would you do it?
Because you're
Just asking.
You're just shooting yourself on the foot if you are considering that every single one of those 160 million users are going to buy our game. Imagine that amount of revenue. No, they aren't fucking buy anything. Like, for example, you're not, I'm just saying, you cannot consider that just one player base is going to be satisfactory for you and your revenue. Unless, of course, if you are under a fucking deal of exclusivity for both sides, either Xbox or PlayStation. But if you don't have anything with it, unless if you have just a technical issue like Capcom was having with the Marvel's Capcom collection, it makes no sense for you knowingly decide to and deliberately decide to let's fucking skip this player base of 80 million users, which is putting together Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. Let's forget about it. Who cares about that? Why would we try to get more money? Why would we try to get? It's the same thing of why does Call of Duty is still going to Xbox One and PlayStation 4? Why does Sony and Microsoft on their games decide to we're going to be releasing our games on the previous console as well? Why are we trying to do that? Because we want to get more money. Because
the current consoles are only up to 55 million.
I love that hair, Bob. I love
but
the hair.
but still, it is because they want more money. How are they going to get more money?
Though. I need the side shaved again.
How are they going to get more money? By making it available for other people. The same way as Microsoft decides to let's put Sea of Thieves on PlayStation. Why?
Because it's the bigger player base.
Because they want money. It's a bigger.
But it's also the bigger player base. You're not going to. If you're an indie game, if you're an indie developer, you're not going to make a game on a console. You're not going to sell many on because you'll make a loss.
You are not going to be ignoring a player base of 80 million console users.
But if it's going to cost more than you're going to make, it doesn't mean 80
How do you know that?
Yeah, but I'm saying there's a reason they are skipping the platform. There is a reason they skip the platform.
So you mean to tell me that Wukong
I'm telling you there's a reason why they're
is
skipping the platform.
yes, exclusivity deals apparently.
Not just exclusivity deals. There's actual games that are just on PlayStation that aren't on Xbox, and they've come out and said it's not worth doing.
Cliff Bleszinski is an example of that. The motherfucker made a game on PlayStation 4 exclusive, didn't sell at all, and PlayStation had the bigger player base. Where's your gun now? Not even motherfucking Concord did well, and like that was available day one on PC.
Yeah.
Biggest player base of all, and PlayStation.
But it doesn't apply. Like I say, it's not. You've got to think it's not going to be everyone. Your big AAA games are going to be everywhere because they're going to be everywhere. But an indie gamer, they're going to want to they're going to prioritize, and they're going to do where they're going to make the most profit. They're going to make the most profit on PlayStation because PlayStation have the biggest game base.
And how many of that gets sold? How many of that?
I know, no, but what I'm saying is, but it's like they know the bigger player base between the two consoles is on PlayStation. If they then look at previous games that they've released on Xbox and they've literally sold next to nothing, it's like, why is it worth putting development costs and all the certification and everything else, the man hours and everything else to make it run on the Xbox? And they look at it and think, we're not going to make our money back. We're not going to make a profit. Why would you bother doing it? Why would you do it?
Because they want more money.
But you're not going to make more money. You're not going to make more money.
They will make it, goddamn.
No, you won't.
Why won't you? Do you know the cost of it? You fucking know the cost.
Yes,
show me the shit. Show me the Excel shit.
What I'm saying to you.
Question.
Whoa. Host talking. That's what I'm trying to say to you. If they've looked at it and they've not gone to that console because they've looked at their previous game sales, realizing their games aren't selling as well on Xbox, but they're selling better on PlayStation, the development costs, and we know their development costs are in the high millions to bring it to Xbox. And if they're not going to sell enough copies to make their development costs back and plus make profit, what's the point in doing it? Because you're not making money, you're losing money.
Because you want to get
the question
more.
I've got,
But you're not making more money, you're losing more money.
How
because
do you
you're
know?
Not making money.
How do you know?
Because they're not on Xbox.
No. Come on. So you
they know.
Sure, of course.
Because they know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying everyone.
No. So you're telling me that
please get to me.
No, you're just telling me that the guy is doing the game and he expects that 60 million users from the PlayStation 5 community or the 160 million users from PlayStation in general to make him think, okay, I don't need more money. Everyone wants more money. It doesn't matter.
Everyone wants more money. But if you're not going to make a profit on the game, bringing it on another console, why would you?
And how do you know that?
Previous sales player. That's what I'm saying.
This
is what these other companies are doing.
Where did they say that? Where did they say that they are not making
obviously
money?
All right, then. You tell me the reason. You tell me the reason why Xbox are doing this and why other companies aren't coming to Xbox. Not all of them have got third-party deals. They're just skipping Xbox because they make more money on PlayStation. Why aren't they bringing it to Xbox?
I'm not them. Why should I know? Do I work with that? No, I just think it's ridiculous for you to think that we are going to ignore 80 million console users just because of that. Because, again, what guarantees you that you are not making money?
Xbox gamers are trained to use Game Pass.
Sure. Sure. That must be it then. That must be definitely it. For sure.
The thing is, though, I'm going to use Bungie here. When Bungie was on Xbox, they did make a fuck ton of money off of Halo, right? Then they went and decided, right, we're going to make Destiny. Now Bungie are losing a shit ton of money.
Bungie didn't make a shitload of money on Halo. Xbox did because Xbox owned the IP.
Right. But
they bought the IP.
They still right. But what you got to think about is Bungie made that money first and had to give it to Xbox, right?
No.
Am I right? Right?
No, you're wrong.
Right?
You're wrong.
Okay.
Because Jason's is it Jason? What's his name? No, Jason Statham. That's a fucking actor. What's he called? The guy that created Halo. What's his name? What's it called?
Joe Staten? No, like
Joe-
he's one of
Joe
no, like
Statham.
he's
He was
one
head
of
of
the
Bungie
no,
at the
like
time.
he's
No, he was
he's-
head of Bungie.
No, he wasn't. Joe Staten was one of the main script writers for Halo. I
Right,
don't
yeah.
know. I don't know the name of the head. You got me there. Sorry.
Yeah, but no, Halo was pitched to Xbox to purchase them. They didn't already have Halo made. They had a concept made, but the actual IP was bought and development costs all covered by Microsoft. Bungie didn't make money off Halo. They were already part of Xbox at the time. The IP was sold to Microsoft before the game was
After.
actually.
No.
Yeah,
it
but-
was
Right,
no.
Right,
It
right.
was
But then
Anyway, yeah, go on.
But then obviously Bungie made Destiny, right? Big game. Everyone, I'm pretty certain the majority of gamers know about
Activision.
Destiny,
With Activision.
Right. right? And they took that, right? And now with PlayStation are essentially forcing Bungie to get rid of staff, aren't they?
No.
Because Bungie are losing so much money with Destiny, and they are.
Bungie was in a very bad state. Bungie was in an awful bad state. They wanted to sell. They did approach Xbox first. They asked for a stupid amount of money, and Xbox wouldn't take them. For whatever. They looked through the books and saw the red flags. Whatever it was, they
apparently
didn't take them.
Apparently, because Bungie spends more money than they
Yep.
end up generating revenue, and like
Yep.
throughout the entire history of Bungie, and you can actually see on the Power On documentary that even previously to like the Microsoft acquisition, Bungie has always been subsense now. Like Bungie has always been a mess of a developer. They have great ideas, they have talent, but they have no idea on how to actually do the project in a decent way. Because you see during that documentary that Halo Combat Evolved had serious issues during development, and that was like after the acquisition. And Halo 2 had the same thing, Halo 3 had the same thing. Every single Halo game had issues during development.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Bungie was run very poorly. They wanted to sell because the company was going to go bust if they didn't find someone to buy them. PlayStation bought them. They were given targets. They didn't hit them targets. PlayStation would take full control. In fact, their was it the solicitors or something in that department have turned around and said Sony are actually making Bungie do what they need to do to make more money. That's the problem with Bungie. They were putting resources into things that they shouldn't have been doing. They had too many staff that they didn't need. And yeah, they've trimmed the fat. They had to trim the fat. But you look at the Destiny roadmap now, it's improved. Right, Bob, I know you're dying to go off on this one. So
this is going to be good.
Give us it all, Bob. Give us it all.
Bob is a master in those topics, actually. Go on.
It costs money to develop for Xbox because Xbox is DirectX, and that IP is not free. Not IP. That
software.
Oh,
talk the general thing. No worries.
Yeah. So with Sony,
kind of, right?
With PS5, they're using Orbis, which is it's an operating system based on Free8 SD, which is a split off of Unix. It's open source. You don't have to there are extensions out there for you to use all the RDNA, AMD type stuff. It's out there and it doesn't cost you anything, but when you want to get into direct, that's why PlayStation titles other than Helldivers 2 don't come directly to PC. Because PCs 9 times out of 10 are running Windows. It's a DirectX extension for a lot of the things, and that doesn't jive with Orbis or Unix. But it basically costs money for a developer, especially an indie developer, where every cent is important, to develop for the Xbox console, because DirectX and using that Windows environment is not free. I mean, it's not expensive, but it's not free. With Unix, I can go online and download Unix right now and put it on my PC and do a lot of workarounds and get things that actually run. But it basically takes you back about 30 years in PC space, where now, which is where a lot of the fanboys are stuck at right now, by the way, when they say, oh, well, PC gaming, you got to get everything to work. You got to have the right drivers for everything. You got to make shit work on a PC. That's what you have to do with Unix if you're trying to get Windows-based stuff to work. And with Unix, it's just open source. It's just out there, and it's so easy to develop for. Like I said, it's open source. You can get all the resources you need, all the extensions to work with whatever GPU or CPU you're using. You put that on top, the ease of development. And this goes back to the what was it called? The GDK, the development kit for Xbox. It goes back to that. You put that ease of use, that compatibility, that open source, you put that on top of the user base, and that's why they're going to PlayStation. Especially with independent developers. Now, if you look at the majority of the games that are skipping Xbox, are they getting a sequel? We don't know. Are the games that are skipping Xbox, are they sequels? No, they're not. But they are titles that are, like I said, by independent studios, where every penny matters. And I would be worried when a game goes to PlayStation, but it launches on Steam the same day on PC. That's when I would be worried, because that means that it's using Windows extensions for DirectX and everything. And you can take an app off of the PC, a game, and you can make it run on Xbox. It's not going to be optimized, but it will run, because the Series X and the Series S, they run with the Windows kernel, which has all the DirectX extensions for all the hardware that's in the Xbox. And yeah, I mean, it basically comes down to ease of development for these independent developers. It is easier for them to put a product on the PlayStation than it is for them to put a product on the Xbox. And when you also have the market share, it's like double, dude. I mean,
it is basically the situation with Unity, where Unity was like, we're going to be charging you a ridiculous amount of money just because you are using our engine and you need a license for that.
Correct. I mean, we as consumers, we can download DirectX, the new version of DirectX for our PCs. We can download that for free, because we're just using that to interpret the data for programs that are using DirectX. Now, the developers that are actually creating those programs to use those DirectX APIs, they're not getting that free handoff.
Mm-hmm.
It is in some way by itself, or it is added into the price of the engine that they're using.
So it would be basically like a situation where it's not necessarily about the revenue that you would get afterwards the game is completed and shipped. It is actually about the initial financial for you to port the game to that specific platform, which
Right.
for which for an indie developer, initial costs are going to affect way more than for a AAA company. That be it then? It's not about the revenue, it's about the cost of
keep
development.
in mind,
I'm just trying to understand now.
Keep in mind that a lot of games that we see go this route, skipping Xbox, they eventually come around and they launch on Xbox. Because and then it may have to do with the revenue they receive on PlayStation, allows them to take that DirectX step and make that software work for Xbox. Which, DirectX is awesome. I really do believe in it, but it's kind of put them. They went DirectX, so basically everything that releases on Xbox, it's a guarantee it's going to release on PC, which is great. But when you look at cross-platform, did you really expect PlayStation, Sony to use Windows or any APIs that go with Windows? No, they're a competitor. They went open source. And yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it. And like I said, you stack on top the user base, and it's a no-brainer, especially for indie developers, unless that indie developer has matured using DirectX, and that's when you see games hit Xbox and not PlayStation. That happens a lot. We've seen it. We don't highlight it a whole lot, but there are a lot of games that come into Xbox, especially in the early access program, that hit Xbox, and they're far out from being available on PlayStation. And those are developers that have kind of been using that ecosystem from the very beginning. Because when you come up in C++ teachings, you're all Windows, you're about DirectX, and that's how you program. And so those games are primed to hit early access on Xbox and not on PlayStation. But if you're somebody that's been in the field for a while, yep, exactly, Thember. Pal World's another one. Craftopia, damn, Thember's on top of this shit. It goes, it's not exactly a brand bias. It just may be an ease of launch for the developer. And eventually we're going to see it on the Xbox just when they gain access to that API and that development tool to make it compatible. Now, like I said, I would be worried when it releases on PC and PlayStation 5 at the same time, and it's not on Xbox. That's when I would start to draw conclusions of money heading and third-party exclusives for the platform. Because when you get it on your PC and you get it on your PlayStation 5, but you don't get it on your Xbox, when your Xbox is running the same kernel and the same APIs as your PC that is running Windows 11 or 10, that is the big issue. And until we know that, we have to go with the ease of development and implementation and the user base. And that's my 2 cents. And that's what really grinds my gears.
Okay, so I think it's amazing how BMG should have asked Bob at first, because you see BMG we were screaming at each other for half an hour talking nonsense over and over.
Dude,
and over.
And
there's the actual guy that studied this shit.
I'm a programmer by trade, so I'm a programmer by trade.
It makes sense. It's nice to get a bit of insight into that and to see into how all these different things do affect it. There's a number of things that obviously they affect it, but Just for the record,
We'll just stream everything down.
That's it. We'll cut this out. This is going to get cut. But for
Just
the
put
record,
explanation.
that's it. I'd love every game, whether it be PlayStation, PC, Xbox. I wish every single game was available on every single console. You pick the box that you want, and you can play what you want. I would love. Sure. That's how I would prefer.
I wish console gaming was just like PC gaming. It doesn't matter what CPU you tend to like more, Intel, AMD. No matter what GPU you rather like, whether it's GeForce or Radeon, we all get to play the same games. And in the consoles, I mean, it feels like we start talking about consoles, it feels like we're archaic because they're just walled off systems. And do we both, even when they get released on both systems, we have to have verification whether or not we get to play together with. I mean, it shouldn't be that way. It's really stupid in this day and age.
I remember, obviously, things have changed now, but I remember when like cross-platform was starting to come in, and PlayStation wouldn't play ball. And I remember the reason why PlayStation wouldn't play ball is because they said we want to protect the kids.
Oh yeah.
That was the only reason we want to protect the kids.
Our system is our network is so secure. The one that got shut down for 3 months because it got hacked. We're worried about letting somebody who's almost never been hacked and shut down for that amount of time.
You need to understand, Bob. You need to understand that's why they block so many countries. That's why they have.
I guess that's why Twitter was blocked for your country, then, wasn't it?
Exactly. Like, it's amazing. Like, honestly, no, it's just because like Elon Musk decided to like say, I'm better than you. I'm not doing anything your law is telling me. And then you won't. We'll block your ass off then. And then, oh yeah. And then they actually blocked. Yeah. And now Elon Musk. And like, actually, Elon, like the main issue was that made like, what legal thing can we show to block Twitter here in Brazil is because Twitter had no Brazilian representative here. So, and Elon Musk was not willing to put one. So after he got blocked, nowadays, Elon Musk paid the fine. He paid the fine.
To make a long story short, Elon Musk had choice things to say about some crooked politicians in Brazil.
Yes.
And they drove the bill to block Twitter in the region.
Yes. And like he actually kneeled. He kneeled to the Brazilian government apparently but Twitter is not bad because he is looking for a Brazilian representative and he paid the fine. So yeah, we'll see if he comes back.
That Brazilian representative is going to get shot.
Oh yeah, he is. Like, God damn it. Okay, next topic. Let's go to the Ubisoft.
This is the last one. Yeah, this is the last topic before 20 questions. Do a quick one. Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to have a co-op mode. Look forward to that in the future. That'll be awesome if you can have two people playing. Yeah. So the main thing is Ubisoft considering a buyout with Tencent to take the company private. As we all know, Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft, they're on 11-year low with like share prices, profits, and things like that. They're going through over the last couple of years the issues they've had with company-wide with like sexual harassment, abuse. Games just not being complete, problems with games, buggy mess. Star Wars Outlaws that came out last month didn't hit expectations. Inevitably ended up with a delay with Assassin's Creed Shadows till 14th of February next year, when it should have been out end of mid-October, I think it was, mid-October. But either way, so the issues with everything they're having, they are now looking at trying to take Ubisoft private. Yves Guillemot is the CEO of Ubisoft, but Ubisoft is a public traded company. The Guillemot brothers company is private and Tencent is a private company. So the idea is they're looking at some sort of solution where Ubisoft and Tencent can join forces to buy out Ubisoft and take the whole thing private, trim down the fat, get rid of some things, and stabilize and make more money. That's essentially it, as we know it at the moment. With that news that dropped today that was leaked, obviously it wasn't announced by Ubisoft, it wasn't announced by Tencent. Tom Henderson got it over Insider Gaming. It's caused Ubisoft's share price to jump 30%, which is something you would normally see. The bigger tell will be when they apply to have it taken off the stock exchanges around the world. That's going to be your biggest tell that it's going to go private, like Microsoft did with Activision. Blizzard King.
They just bought every single stock.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of where we're going with Ubisoft and taking it private. Just don't think Tencent is the right person to get in bed with in this situation. I think there's many other companies. I understand why Ubisoft are doing it. It's probably going to be best for the company overall. There's going to be job cuts. You're going to see thousands upon thousands of job cuts because they need to change direction they're going in. The way the company's run, the way it is, just isn't working. Ubisoft isn't working. The staff aren't happy. Everyone's miserable. Like Assassin's Creed, the delay, the developers have been pushing for a delay, I believe, for 8 months. They were trying to push for a delay, and Ubisoft, it just fell on deaf ears until the results of Star Wars Outlaws came out and they realised we're going to have to change the way we're doing things. Tencent is a big company. It's a very big company. It's got its fingers in many pies. But I think there's many other companies you could have gone with over Tencent to do this deal to take it private. I think you should go private. I think it's the best thing for Ubisoft. Yves Guillemot needs to go, but this is going to obviously put a block on that. But how do we feel? How do we feel about Ubisoft going private? How do we feel that it's going to be Tencent that they're looking at getting in bed with? Fabio, where are you on it? Have you read the article? Have you seen what the news that's come out today? Where do you stand?
Yeah, I did. Like, actually, I think that going with Tencent at first is like, okay, we are just digging our grave here. Like, I think with this is we are announcing our suicidal. We are just going to suicide here, commit suicide now by going to Tencent because, like, sure, of course, things can get better with Tencent. Of course, they can. I can be always wrong, but I'm speculating. I don't think Tencent is a good fit. I honestly think Tencent is just going to fucking destroy Ubisoft. Like, they are not going to be Ubisoft anymore. But I am just like disappointed in Ubisoft because it's like it's the following of what we talked about on the last show. Like, Ubisoft has been doing so many missteps along the way throughout the years. Why? Because they just wanted to go with motherfucking live service games. But the problem is, they can have great ideas of a live service game. They can implement in a ways that are quite interesting, fair enough. But a lot of it goes away. Like, a lot of it disappears along the way. Like, and you end up having generic shit, generic games whatsoever, or things that can be fun, but like the live service is not good, or the microtransactions are predatory, because they are doing. Ubisoft has been for a long time doing what Activision Blizzard has been doing as well, which is, we don't care about actually making a fun game. We want to make a game that has huge player retention. We want to have the game with the biggest amount of user player base. And how do you do that? By milking every single microsecond of the player to be inside the game. Like, it doesn't matter for them if you are playing the game by just looking at a fucking screen menu, if you are just reading a goddamn item stats, or if you are actually playing the goddamn thing. They just want you to never stop playing the game because that would generate huge amounts of revenue because they want to do the brand new Fortnite. But they decided to go with that, and it never came out as a good thing. It's the same way as we saw with Rocksteady, Warner Brothers, and the Suicide Squad game. That game can be fun. It can. I played it. I had a lot of fun playing it. But like when it comes to live service, it is generic as fuck. You are not caring about the most important thing, which is let's make an overall fun and good game for it. Let's just spend tons of money with an idea, and then that idea has issues during alongside the way. You get the game released. It doesn't generate the revenue that you were expecting after so many years of development. And what you decide to do? Should we change the shift? No, we'll do it again with another
Yeah.
thing. That's
Yes.
the issue that they are doing. That
Sorry.
was the issue, and now this is what they get from
Yeah.
it.
Sorry, Fabio. Just 1 second. Finbar, no, Tencent don't own 54% of Ubisoft. They have just under 10%, and the Gilmont family owns about 15% of Ubisoft. So they're, even with the two of them, they are not the majority owners of Ubisoft. Ubisoft is public traded. It's across many, many investors, and their Gilmont family company and Tencent are looking to take it private, buy that out and take it private. How that will work once it's bought out, I don't know. But as it stands at the moment, they only have under 10% of Ubisoft, and I believe there was a deal in place where they couldn't purchase any more stock for 10 years, 10 or 15 years, something like that. They couldn't buy any more stock in the company. Sorry, Fabio, carry on, mate. Sorry.
No, like that. Those are my 2 cents. Like I just think that Ubisoft has decided to. Oh, we have been. Oh, are they shooting themselves on the foot right now? In the foot right now, they are, but they have been doing that for such a long time, honestly, because they are trying to follow the trends of getting the next Fortnite, and at the end of the day, you are not generating the revenue that you were expecting. So you get the most recent example, the biggest failure in gaming, as we know, Concord right now. Oh goddamn, Bob! Like
Because it turned up.
because
Halloween?
God, because like Concord, 8 years of development, apparently 100 million, 200 million, 400 million dollars in theory for that game, and getting shut down. Oh, cousin, it's god damn it, and and getting
Put a
shut
hat
down
on it.
after 9 days. Like Jesus.
Yeah, from what because I was listening to some like sacred symbols today. 200 million of that was what the studio raised. Monster
Previously.
Studio that owned Firewalk originally, they raised that from like all the capital gains and stuff through not loans. The thing where pretty much governments were giving money out for like game developers to keep them afloat. That's where 200 million. So Sony only put 200 million into it. Again, ridiculous amount of money, but they thought it was going to be the next best thing. And
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Just like Ubisoft thought of
Yeah.
like Skull and Bones, just like they thought about X Defiant, just like they thought when they announced Beyond Good and Evil 2. Like how many of these games actually generated good revenue or good amount of revenue for them? Like their biggest game in recent times was Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which guess what? Wasn't necessarily a live service game. It had some elements there. It did have some elements there, but overall, it wasn't a live service game. So yeah, yeah. It's complicated. Go on, Bob. Since you are
but it is. It's. I think the biggest concern is if they join with Tencent and they take the company private. If that's the route they go down, they take it private. Who's going to have the majority? Who's going to have control? are we going to have this power struggle? And this is Tencent aren't someone you want to get in bed with. I don't know who you would. I don't know who would be the better option to go with or team up with, but I think it's like, I agree with you, Fimber. I think it's like Ubisoft, it's Gilmore, Ubisoft, it's digging its own grave. I think we're going to see some major changes. I'm not going to be for the better, and I don't think anything's going to be in the company's best interest.
Like Tencent is a company that, just like Embracer Group, they are a company that acquires studios and they have no idea what they're doing with. They just acquire the studios. Why? Because that means that we get the money from that company if we buy them, and that's it. They don't know how to manage that. They don't know what to do with it. At the end of the day, they don't even use it, and they end up shutting down afterwards. Tencent is the same thing. He just buys over and over and over. You get, for example, didn't Tencent buy the Evil Within developer Tango? Didn't they buy? No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't 10. No, that was Crafton.
Crafton. Okay, so you get Crafton. They bought. Okay, so you get Crafton then. They bought the Tango Gameworks, and they bought the Hi-Fi Rush IP. Are they going to be doing Hi-Fi Rush 2? No, they don't think it's going to make money.
Hi-Fi Rush 2 was already in development before Xbox had sold them, before the studio was shut down.
No,
Crafton have come out.
They were going to pitch it. They were going to pitch
it.
They didn't start development. They were about to do the pitch.
Yeah. Crafton have come out and said that we don't think
it's going to make money.
Are going to make money, but we want to support the developer and make experiences our audience like. So that's very unusual for someone in a company that's used to buying studios to make money. I do agree.
It's just bizarre. No, but like, bizarre because
they don't know what they're doing and they're buying them and they don't know what to do with them.
They bought the studio and they bought the IP. That was the only IP they bought from Tango, Hi-Fi Rush, and they are not going to be using it for games. We don't know if they are going to be using it. Like it is a similar situation with Microsoft that doesn't fucking use the Conquer IP, the Banjo-Kazooie IP. Like it is something like that. They don't know. They buy the thing and they don't know what to do with it. They're just, we bought it. Yeah,
but it makes yeah. But it makes you think though. Are they going to like Toys for Bob are doing, where they're working on I can't remember if it's a Crash game or a Spyro game, but they're going to have one of them sort of deals where we've got Tango Gameworks, we know how to make Evil Within, we can make you a good horror game. Let us license the IP. Let's all make a bit of money. You know, that sort of thing. I wonder if they're going to go down that route.
That would be interesting. That could work. Yeah. But like, I'm just really confused of why couldn't you just buy them, the IPs that you intending into making new games of it?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I can totally understand. Like, we bought the studio because we want to do new IPs. We like the talents, and that's it. Fair enough. No words whatsoever. But out of all the IPs that the studio have, you only decided we are going to be buying just Hi-Fi Rush, but we don't think it's going to make money. So I think it's just bizarre that situation. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Fabio, what's Nubank? Because Fimber says, I discovered something wild, Fabio. Tencent has shares on NU Holdings, the company behind Nubank.
What the fuck? Seriously?
Apparently you know about it?
No, Nubank, it is actually like it is a bank, basically. Like, it is nothing... It's because every single bank that I know of is Brazilian, so like I'm not gonna fucking tell a name of a Brazilian bank and I expect for you guys to know about it actually. So it is something similar to that.
Yeah, it's insane though. Yeah, they've got fingers in them sort of pies as well. But Yeah, a bank and a credit card company in Brazil. All right, okay, fair enough. Right, cousin It, where are you on the whole Ubisoft situation?
Well, I'm a little worried about the Ubisoft issue with Tencent because
No, go on. Keep it on. Voice.
if you remember correctly, back when Xbox they acquired Activision Blizzard, you know that over in the EU, that priority was given to Ubisoft. So if Tencent was to acquire Ubisoft, what would that do for Call of Duty? I would hate to see people get Call of Duty that don't deserve it because they like Tencent, and Tencent sucks.
No, don't do that. Don't do that to your dog. Come on, don't do it. Don't do it to him.
Let's not forget that Tencent comes from China. It comes from China. And China's bad. And we want Ubisoft. And, I would like Xbox to acquire Ubisoft. But because of that clause where Ubisoft gets the distribution rights of Call of Duty in the EU, I don't think it's a possibility that Xbox could acquire Ubisoft.
After 10 years. Okay.
We have to be looking out for China. I'm telling you, Tencent and China are going to ruin gaming.
Okay,
we
my
have
lord.
to stand against it.
Okay. I think we can. I think we can stop with the cousin. It's
Finbert, they don't. Ubisoft don't own the cloud rights. They are licensing the cloud rights. They don't own them. Xbox own them. They just can't do anything with them. They are literally it's licensed out to Ubisoft.
That's right. And with Ubisoft going to Tencent, that means they can license them to people who aren't worthy. We gotta make sure the people that license Call of Duty are worthy.
It literally, you kind of went very Mrs. Doubtfire there.
Yeah, you are going to that direction. Like, God damn it.
Oh,
He's like honestly.
Are you saying that this should come to an end?
Honestly, like he's sounding like Eric Idle or John Cleese imitated a woman from Monty Python.
How do you know what Cousin It sounds like? He never said nothing in the movies.
No, he said
he did. Okay. He went.
I could do that. See.
Okay. Forget the 20 questions. Fuck it. Just end it now. Like I think we can end it on a really high notes now.
I'm ready to go for 20 questions. Let's go for 20 questions, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, fucking hell.
And everybody who's watching this show, make sure you clip that shit of Cousin It getting down on Ubisoft and Tencent and put it on social media. That was golden.
We need it. Yeah, I know, Finbird, 2-hour podcast. This was going to be a short show as well.
Okay,
right. 20 questions, everybody. Quick go over the rules. They've got 20 questions, yes or no answers. They can't use the internet. They can't use the phones or anything like that. They've got to rely on the Mind Palace. Chat, help them. Don't give them just answers. Give them questions. Let the questioning begin.
Is it exclusive?
No.
Was it released on the 360 generation onwards?
Yes.
Okay, but wait. Let me write it down. Come on. One of you got. I already did it. 2 questions here.
Yeah. Shadow, why don't you write it down? Because you probably won't say a word. Because you just don't know how to ask a question.
Me write it down. I'll get confused halfway through. Or I'll get distracted with the squirrel.
Put it in the private chat. Come on, Shadow, you're going to help out.
Has it become a games of service?
No.
Like, if it is, or what do you mean? Has it become like if it was
like a
released,
live
Does it
service?
become a
Is it
games as a service?
is it a live service basically then?
No,
Yeah.
it's not a live
Okay.
service game. No.
Okay, not a live service.
There goes Fortnite.
It has a
Oh.
store. It has a store where you can buy stuff, or it did, but you can't. It's not a live service game.
Was it made by a first party studio?
No,
From what when I talk about that is PlayStation or Xbox, like that nowadays it is. No? Okay.
no, not first party.
Hmm.
Even now, even after the game release,
Mhm.
it's still not first party.
Okay. Oh,
Hmm.
fuck's sake.
Come on, Shadow. Think of something. You're a gamer. You play games. You played a lot of games.
Exactly. I play them.
You don't know how to do a question.
Come on.
No.
What do you mean you don't know how to do a
Is it a first person shooter?
No, that's 5.
Okay.
Is it a role playing game?
No.
And not an RPG. Okay. God damn it. Okay, thinking about it. Is it no? If it. God fucking damn it. I'm just.
Is it a fighting game?
Fimber's
No,
right.
no. Rules, Bob. Fighting games and racing games don't count here.
Of course they can.
No, they don't. We are going to be discussing first and third person game review for another
Hold
2
on.
hours, you asshole. You know
Hold
that.
on.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Are you telling me there's no fighting games allowed on the XBL Party Podcast?
They are. It's just a deep discussion on what perspective.
Oh, what is the
Okay.
perspective of it? Like, that's the only thing that... Jesus Christ. Because, like, one of us decided to, like, think of it like, what if it is Forza? Yeah, but that's third person. No, I play at first person.
I was
What do you mean?
thinking Fortnite, and then because Fortnite launched on 360.
No, but it is 360 onwards. Onwards, man. Okay.
Shadow
Is
you
the
ain't
game
Oh, hang on.
in-
Shadow's going to speak.
is the game in space?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No.
What the fuck? If those are the questions we're going to be doing, I suggest you to be shut up. To just shut up.
Does this game have you? Does it have you playing in a dystopian or apocalyptic atmosphere?
No.
Fuck.
Not apocalyptic. Okay. Is it a game from a licensed IP?
Yes.
Ah, there we go.
You've got Fimbers actually typing all the answers in chat.
Nice. Thanks, Fibber. Appreciate it. God damn. Okay. You think you have no Fever? God damn. How many do we have? So 1, 2.
You've
3,
asked 9
4, 5,
questions.
6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9. Okay, you guys, it is a license IP. Like, I think we can. Okay, is the license IP referred to a superhero IP?
Yes.
Superhero.
10.
Is that superhero?
Wait for Fimber. Like, I'm curious. Like, Fimber, what is the question? What is the question? But go on, Bob. Okay, he was going to be wrong.
Yeah.
He has no idea. Okay,
Is that superhero Marvel?
No.
means it's DC. That really
you
comes
don't know. Like
field.
it can be many things, man. Like I don't know. Apparently for BMG, I think like RoboCop is a hero for him. So like, it can be something like that.
Terminator's my hero.
Like the Predator is his hero. So it's Predator hunting grounds. Okay. Oh god damn it. Okay. Do you okay? I'll need to ask this then. Just so we can kill the DC thing off. Do you play as a man dressed as do you play as Batman in this game?
You do play as Batman in this game.
There we go, everybody.
DC Comics for the win, baby!
Okay. So, is it a game? In this game, do you face? How many do we still have left?
You've asked 12 questions.
Okay, in this game, do you face Deathstroke?
Let me.
Wait. Let me just. Can I search for the character's name?
Nope,
The guy,
nope.
Slade Wilson. The guy with the orange and black mask. You know what I mean?
I don't think so. Let me just double check, but I don't think.
Like you
While
have a
you're
boss
looking-
fight with Slade
While
Wilson.
you're looking, I was just curious. When the last episode of Xbox Live Party Podcast was, it went 2 hours and what looks like it's going to be over 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yep. We're gonna hit that. We're gonna hit over. So the answer to that question is no.
No.
You don't.
So I already am going to in private chat put it's not Arcan Origins, everybody. No worries.
There's that many villains in the games. It's trying to remember which one's in which.
No, it's because I know that the only game where you have from the Batman games that where you face Deathstroke is Arcan Origins. That's like just put it on the way. Go on, everyone, like Batman games, Shadowball for fuck's
Is
sake.
it part of the Arkham series?
Yes.
It's only 3 games, dude.
I don't know. I haven't played any of the Batman games.
Oh, you mother! Seriously? No. You turn off now. You go away. I don't want to see your face now. Just get the fuck out of here. Don't get. What are you doing here? Go.
I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. Because you didn't fight him in that game, but in the open world you did. I know what it is.
Can you ask a question that Michael for me first?
Are you just gonna go for it, Bob?
Don't guess it. Don't guess it.
Are you
Now.
just gonna
How
go
many
for
do
it,
we have?
Bob?
Okay, how many do we have left? So 1, 2,
You've
3,
got
4,
6
5,
questions, and one of them has to be the guess.
Okay, go on, Bob. Do a question. Don't guess the game now.
At the end of this game, do you fight an altered version of the Joker?
Yes, that's 15.
What the fuck?
Bring it home, Bob. Bring it home.
Is this game Arkham Asylum?
It is Arkham Asylum. Congratulations. You didn't need Ash. Ash always thinks that we need him for everyone. Released in 2009 on the
No, we
Xbox
don't.
360 and PS3. Developed by
We don't-
Rocksteady, published by Eidos Interactive.
We don't need Ash, but we for sure. I don't know about we don't need Ash, but for sure we don't fucking need Shadow Mode. It's just quiet all the time. Yeah, like for the simplest game ever in Batman
honestly.
Arkham series, because like I never played the Batman.
I'll tell you this. I saw about 10 minutes of the game when my ex played it.
And wait. You decide to tell.
And that didn't make you want to play it? You're off the podcast. Goodbye.
No.
Goodbye.
Okay, so like you actually decided to tell us a few minutes ago that I'm a gamer. I played games, but you never played one of the most important games of all time.
Yeah, it should have been part of everyone's gaming background, the Arkham game.
I'm a sweaty gamer.
That's like saying I'm a gamer, but I never played the first Dead Space.
Oh.
Or the first Mass Effect.
No. Let's go simpler. Let's go fucking simpler. It is saying I'm a gamer, but I never heard of Pong. That's like it, you know. Mario? Who is Mario?
Right, guys.
Mario.
Let's bring this in. We've been going for literally 2 hours and 15 minutes. Thank you, everyone on the panel. Thank you, Shelly Ball. Thank you, KY Bob. Thank you, Fabio. Thank you for everyone in chat, especially Fimber. We will catch you next time. And remember, if you're a new woman, wash.
Power up the console lights. Press start, we're in for a ride. Ghosts in the shadows glide. Gamers unite side by side. Feel the force, let it flow. Fight the battles, feel the glow. Virtual world, watch it grow. In this realm, we're the show. XBL the gaming high. Ready player, come alive. Action, BMG, they dive. We play game, we thrive. Fabio leads. In this game we plant the seeds. No need for speed or deeds. Virtual life all it needs. KY bomb creating waves. In this world that we crave. From first light to the grave. Save the realm we all save. XP and the gaming high. Ready player come alive. Ash and BMG they dive. We play game we thrive. Fabio leads. In this game we plant the seeds. No need for speed or deeds. Virtual life all it needs. Hey, white box.